The first session will be chaired by me. I am Dr. Rahul Das, who works for Bennett University. And the second session will be chaired by Professor Vidya Deshpande, who has a rich industry experience and is a fantastic media educator. Professor Deshpande comes from the television ecosystem, and she has proven her mettle not just in the world of TV, but also with her lecturing style, which makes her a very, very popular teacher. We will be holding these two sessions one after the other. The first session will be focusing on media and news. Let me take this opportunity to welcome Mr. P.M. Narayanan, the chief producer, German television. He is a person with rich media experience and has an in-depth knowledge of what is going on. He is very, very analytical in his approach, and we all look forward to hearing you, Mr. Narayanan, on TV reporting at the time of COVID-19. Let me hand over the mic to Mr. Narayanan, please.
Yes, I am supposed to speak on the television in the time of this COVID situation. It's quite a stressful time for our TV journalists specifically, because we are sort of frontline warriors in the news industry, because the TV journalists have to go to the field and report from the situation. This put them in double danger. As a reporter, I'll just briefly tell you what I'm trying to say is that there will be two small part in the whole presentation. I'll just explain you what are the challenges, and then possible solutions, and how I see it as an opportunity. So there will be three different sessions, 2.5 minutes each. So I'll quickly go to the challenges. As a TV journalist, as I told you earlier, this is a big challenge, because television journalists have to be in situation to report a story. So this put the journalist as well as his team in close proximity with your protagonist or the situation, which of course is against the social distancing norm, which we always discuss. This is number one. The other problem is that the total block out of the transportation. Like I was reporting today, I was just producing a story from Sri Lanka, for example. Today is the anniversary of the Easter attack. So we have to do a story. There was no flight, no chance to go to Sri Lanka. Of course, I have to produce it. So this is another. So we cannot, as a journalist, I cannot go to a place. If at all I go, I have to keep a social distancing in the situation. For a TV journalist, social distancing is very difficult, because as a journalist, what we are doing is taking a situation or looking at a situation from as close as possible and take it to the audience, to a larger audience. So the far we are, the lesser will be our vision. And when we see less, we'll not be able to report to the extent we're supposed to be. So this is the big challenge in front of us. So I will just show some slides to you so that you will be able to I use some slides. Can you see it now? Is it possible? Can you see it? Okay. So I'll just wanted to just let me check it. Yeah. So this is the basic thing. So we have to be in a situation, unlike print or radio journalists, and we have to take care of the team also. So the team means the cameraman, the video editor, the studio. So as everybody know, in the television we have two different parts. One is the production part and the post-production part. Unlike the print journalist. Yeah, unlike the print journalists, we are almost always work as a team. A team means the social distancing is always a problem. So what we can do in such situation, I can just explain. It's a very basic thing which we all follow these days. First of all, technology helps us use a good microphone. This is the very practical things which we do, because we can use it. We have very good microphone which has got a range of 2 meters or 1.5 meters. We can get it very easily. Okay, mask, as you discussed it right now, this is the minimum precautions we take. And of course, you need to use sanitizers, use good camera cover, which we all sometimes forget to use. Cover your camera, and also the microphone, which is very, very important. I hardly see any of our TV reporters covering their microphone, which is actually very close to the mouth of the person you are talking, and which goes back to your studio, and you keep it in the cupboards, and the entire system can get contaminated. So this will be one of the important points. So, and again, this is a production part in the field. Then we have the post-production part in the studio inside our offices. So yes, of course, again, we have a lot of interaction there with editors, with the reporters and everything. And but here also the technology helps a lot these days. For example, we don't need to meet the editor at all, because I transfer the content to the cloud and he can just download it. That means we are just breaking the chain at one point. So production and the studio can be two separate entities. So there will be minimum kind of interaction there. And of course, the translation can be done online. So what I use now is that, for example, I got a story from Sri Lanka, which has got a lot of Sinhala language. I just put it in the WhatsApp, and I send it back to my stringer, and the WhatsApp itself, he will translate it and send back to me. So this is a very practical thing. Actually, technology is helping us a lot, and then which minimize the interpersonal interactions. That is the one point. And then when you come to the challenge part of it, again, as I told you, the transportation, you cannot go to a situation and stay, even if you open up the lockdown after 20 days, there will be definitely flight restrictions, train restrictions, and I think this is going to be the new normal. And as a TV journalist, we have to accommodate, or we have to manage the situation in future. So so this is something that is going to come out. And what is as I told you earlier, the technology is one big opportunity to solve this issue. So I find a huge opportunity also. I was discussing with some of my colleagues, like what is going to happen in the future is sort of a decentralization of news gathering, and also democratization of news gathering or the news sources. There are decentralization in the sense you don't need to be in a situation, and you can have a network of reporters. I just wanted to add one more point. We hardly need any reporters in its conventional sense, because the stories are there every place. In Twitter, there are stories, WhatsApp, Facebook, everywhere there are stories around us. What we need is a person, a journalist who will be able to put these stories in context. Like basically, you place a story in a specific context so that the audience will get the meaning of the story. So this is what the role of a journalist or a senior journalist is going to be in future. This is what I feel. So I think this, as I told you earlier, this is democratization of the media space. Like a lot of a series of reporters across the country, they will be sending stories, news clips, and which we will be using at our studio and making a larger story out of it. So I just wanted to add one last point in this. Mobile is going to help us in a big way. Like the mobile journalism, I can say, like the 4K video technology. We have fantastic quality videos available, because I got some of the videos recently from different parts, like from Maharashtra, from Kerala. So these are the videos which are really good, and we can broadcast it with good quality. And of course, the high bandwidth through internet, which again is an advantage. What we are doing, I mean, the way we are communicating right now is a technological extension. So, this will be one thing. And unlike in the past, I have been in the television industry for the last 25, 30 years. I mean, we had this idea of news, videos, the quality of the news. I think in a news environment, I don't think we need to focus so much on the quality, but we have to be more realistic or close to the situation, right? I mean, television news is also going to be a disposable medium. Like, we will watch these videos once and just throw it out. Just like what's happening with the newspaper. We don't keep newspaper for today's newspaper tomorrow and day after. Just read it, that's it. So this is